Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about some more Ninja stuff. But in this case it's kind of more like a ranking system type article that we're going to view. And that is the 9 hardest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games ranked. And I can safely say there's a crap ton of Ninja Turtle games. And I don't mean that lightly. And I think my favorite Ninja Turtle game at the moment of recording this has to be Shredder's Revenge. Because it's a new game, but it feels so retro. I love it. But I know this isn't okay. This is my 9 favorite Ninja Turtle games ranked. This is the 9 hardest Ninja Turtle games ranked. So let's see what this says. So I'll skip the little um bit over here. I'll link this in the description. So if you guys want to read this, you guys can read the article. You guys can read it in its full entirety, or just without my voice. Anyways, so number 9 still happens to be a Shredder's Revenge. So it's available on Android, iOS, PC, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox Series, Xbox Series S, Xbox. Released June 16th, 2022. It's a beat 'em up genre type game, and the developer was Tribute Games Inc. So definitely in the mild difficulty TMNT spectrum. Shredder's Revenge brings together things Ninja Turtles, all things Ninja Turtles, with easy to learn combat and challenging missions, along with some other great yet unique attributes. The simple plot filled with action captures the essence of the crime-fighting brothers, regardless if players go on a solo adventure or on a six-person journey. Shredder's Revenge offers 3 levels of difficulties, including a gnarly mode that features double damage that makes every movement count, especially during brutal boss fights, with a mode that makes even the veterans of the franchise sweat. The gnarly difficulty establishes this game as a nearly impossible adventure despite its easier gameplay. And I have to say, like, I do dig how, like, Shredder's Revenge, yeah, they had all 4 turtles, but as far as I'm aware, you never were able to play as, like, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, Master Splinter, Karai, or Usagi. And I appreciate Shredder's Revenge pulling that into the mix. And I would say this too. The four the custom 4 player thing is fine. It's doable. It's fairly easy to work together and not get lost. But as soon as you get to like 6 people, I feel like this should be at least number 7, maybe 6. Because in terms of like amongst the most difficult, not for like the amount of hits or like the level challenges, just for the simple fact that if there's like 6 people, it's really easy, at least for me anyways, to get lost. But I'm not really like dogging on the game for that. I actually like dig that fact. I know it's weird. I'm weird. Anyways. Wow, and okay. The 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I remember playing this too. It was released on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and PC. Released on October 21st, 2003. It was a beat 'em up game genre, and was the developers were Konami. I grew up on the 2003 series, and this is like was one of the first Ninja Turtle games I have played. Oh man, they bring nostalgia back. Although some might argue is not as good as a 2003 cartoon show. The game, inspired by the animation, still managed to have its own flair. As one of the best co-op games of the PlayStation 2's lifespan, this offers an exciting, challenging campaign for players. Although nothing too difficult, the combat is hard enough to be satisfying, offering a campaign that changes things a bit, making it a unique adventure in the franchise. Plus, the game offers a challenge mode that can be unlocked by finishing the story with the four turtles, making it difficult as the player wants it to be. Like I said, just seeing that image is bringing back memories for me because the 2003 Turtles came out when I was about seven, six, seven, and that was like the first Ninja Turtle series I had watched. And I had a Game Boy game of the whole three Turtles. I had this Ninja Turtle game and the third like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Ninja Nightmare, which is was associated to this. I don't think I had Battle Nexus. At least I don't remember. But man, this is like just seeing this is bring back memories. So many good memories. And number seven, Turtles in Time. Depends on which version, though. Because I like two versions of Turtles in Time, and one of them's fairly easy to get through. At least on like the other one's a bit harder. And if you have the Agawa Bogan collection, you'll realize what I'm talking about. Anywho. So platforms: arcade, NSES, PS4, Xbox One. And fun fact, there was a re-release of this game, or I should say a remaster of this game called They Just Stopped Reshow, and it was like pretty much this. But imagine, take this image right, and having this graphic essentially a bit better than this, but still around about this graphic. And it came out what in like 2011, I want to say. It was fun. I played with my brother and I had so much fun playing it. I was like we re-released that too, because oh my god, just to have another excuse to play Turtles in Time, man. So anyways, despite being despite both the SNES and arcade version having crucial differences, they both give a pleasurable level of challenges for players. While the arcade installment already proved to have tricky moments, the SNES upped the ante in every way, with more content levels and bosses, making it one of the best yet toughest games in the franchise. So was the SNES is the one I was referring to that is tougher. That version I haven't beat. I beat the arcade version and the um what's it the reshelled version. I've yet to beat the SNES, but I still have a blast playing it, even though it makes me rage. although it can be although it can be made straightforward by setting up extra lives and playing in easy mode. This game has its demanding features, high damage, tough enemies, and big bosses that can be especially challenging if played with only 3 lives. Yeah, I can vouch for that. A quintessential beat, a quintessential beat them up. Sorry, lost my place. A quintessential beat 'em up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. The balance of simplicity and difficulty in Turtles in Time will forever be one of the cornerstones of the IP. That is true, and it's like debatably among like the most popular, or like at least one of the most popular. Ninja Turtle games out there in general. Even though it came out what in 1990s. So TMNT 2 back from the sewers came out on Game Boy. Came out on November 15th, 1991. Was a beat 'em up, and Konami was the developer. Okay, a classic beat 'em up experience back from the sewers provides players with a fun adventure with a unique art style that makes for a great platformer. Even though the game might not rank among the best in the franchise, it brought some iconic music and battles to the TMNT universe. Despite having slower combat that can be picked up by anyone, the enemy respawn rate and constant projectiles makes this a frustratingly challenging experience that can be um, overwhelming at times. I think I have to look at the Cowabunga collection because I don't remember if this is on the Cowabunga collection, but hey, I'd be open to playing this, especially since it's like in black and white. I kind of like the whole pixelated bit. Like, granted that's Game Boy, so like I'm kind of happy that it's kind of pixelated. It kind of brings that nostalgia to me because I even remember playing the Game Boy fondly, fondly. The now is the arcade game. Released in December 1990, beat 'em up. Konami is the developer. Despite scoring the same in terms of difficulty as Manhattan Project, which conveniently is the next one, this title comes with less gameplay variety, with most of its difficulty coming from porting the game. The arcade game brought the beloved arcade version to the NES console in a fun advantage that can be hard to hard at first but can be picked up with some gameplay. The boss the iconic boss fights, enemy variety, and satisfying combat made it fun yet hard experience that served as a basis for so many of the franchise's installments. Yet, what sets the difficulty level apart in the game is the final boss fight with Shredder. Not really. Which can be brutally hard and takes more practice to find the right strategy and rhythm to beat him. And at this point, like nowadays, if you can't figure it out, you can YouTube it. And so TMNT3, the Manhattan Project, is on the Nintendo's Entertainment System. Came out on December 13th, 1991. It was a beat 'em up genre and a Konami, sorry, that Kenobi. I've been thinking too much Star Wars in this video apparently. Anyways, the Manhattan Project has so many elements that makes it so beloved, being possible, being possibly the best release of its year on the NES. On its way to perfecting the beat 'em up formula, the installment created a challenging yet unforgiving experience that had players struggle to complete a single playthrough. Overall, the game is a brutal endurance run, with every level filled with mini bosses and a challenging boss at the end that makes it longer length installment. Not only that, the limited numbers of lives and continues required fans to play it multiple times to truly master it, especially because health is quite scarce. Damn, okay. While enemy forces are constant, I don't think I ever played the Man Project. And now I'm kind of scared to. So wait, there we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3? Okay. And then another TMNT3, Radical Rescue. That looks like it came on the Game Boy era. So it came out on the Nintendo Games Boy. Oh, Game Boy, there you go. PS Oh, the if it's PS4, Switch, and Xbox, it's definitely part of the Cowabunga collection. I'm going to skip out like November 25th, 1993 is released. I'm going to skip the other two. Not even employing some innovative Game Boy features, Radical Rescue is unique in so many aspects, including the way it challenged its players, using a similar style to the Castlevania series. It provides personal movement sets for each of the turtles and bosses that have unique telegraphed attacks that take a while to learn. With iconic franchises villains that makes for epic boss battles, or fights as it calls, this game has players building up abilities to complete it as one of the installments that requires the most practice from the player as one of the most frustrating titles. With its tougher gameplay, tricky boss fights, limited lives, and exciting features, this title was not only a success on the Game Boy, but also in its re-release on one of the best games in the Cowabunga collection. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't got the Cowabunga collection, you guys should, because the Cowabunga collection takes like some like the most iconic Ninja games, the classic games, and makes like has a collection in it, and then some. It's a love letter to Ninja fans, so I would heavily recommend getting the Cowabunga collection. So then the next site coming at number two is Tournament Fighters. This came on the Nintendo's Entertainment System, Genesis, and SNES. Came out in 1993. And so Tournament Fighters really embraced the 90s trend of fighting games, providing players with a new way and genre to enjoy the mutant superheroes. Even though the NES, SNES, and Genesis systems offer different experiences, with one of them featuring a playful April O'Neil, the game featured a challenging and humorous experience all around. So you were able to play as April O'Neil at one point. Okay. Like before the Shredder's Revenge game. That's nice to know. Okay. I'm fighting tournament, a la Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Um, Sorry, I lost my place. And Mortal Kombat made this one of the most challenging experiences in the game franchise, yet the character choice affects the difficulty as the balance is a bit off, with some characters too weak and some too powerful. Overall, a fast-paced fighting game with that will set that will get players strategizing for the best way to win with each with to win with their characters. Sorry, apparently can't English right today. So that comes at number two. Actually, I would love to try that game out because that's genuinely seems pretty fun. That genuinely seems pretty fun. So, what comes at number one then? The NES 1989 Nintendo game. Okay. Oh, I just realized I had a game. Is this like stars or game? Oh, difficulty. Okay. So it came out on the arcade Nintendo system, Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga, which I never heard that system, PS2, GameCube, Xbox 360, and Xbox Original. Came out on October 11th, 1989. So it's not even much of a competition where it comes to the 1989 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles difficulty, as it provides players with the most frustrating and difficult challenges of the franchise. The game, I mean, the only way to beat the game is a lot of hard work and patience because players con- needs to constantly start levels over. The installment is known for being overly difficult and unfair with tricky hops or jumps and respawning enemies that can be a tad too much, which heightens the sense of accomplishment every time an area is done. The precision needed in the game has everyone rage quitting, especially considering it has enemies that constantly respawns, and it's virtually impossible not to take damage, making this the perfect game for beat them up experts or TMNT veterans. Okay, well that was cool. That was a really cool drive through what is like the nine most hardest, well, considered hardest Ninja Turtle games out there. Some of them I was familiar, like I want to say like what, um, the Man Project I only know by name. Turtles in Time I knew. The 2003 Turtles I definitely knew, and the Cowabunga Collection I knew. That was like what, four? So yeah, it was cool. So like, what is your guys like? What would be your guys' hardest Ninja game that you played? For me, it might have to be the NES Turtles in Time game. That's for me. Anyways, love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.
You like what